Welcome back everyone to Gob's Little Adventure, and as you may notice shortly, we had a slight error. I got invaded by nasty little things with claws and teeth, and we sort of jumped to tier 10. So we are starting off with that first adventure into the real beginning of the goodies. Another thing I wanted to mention, thank you to everyone for the views and the comments. It's really appreciated for someone who doesn't know what the hell he's doing, to see that people will still at least take the time out of their day to have a look and see not only how others play, but how we manage to mess it all up. Right, first off, as you can see, he's growing and the taming progress is 82%. Each time you feed him, it gets a little bit higher. So shortly, probably sometime in this episode, we are going to end up with a horse. Right, as you can see, I also added an extra crate and sorted a few things out. And it's now 10 o'clock at night, so let's do a quick sleep. Over to the bed, press F. As long as the fire is going, you can get some sleep. Press F and you're up, and as you see, you get out on this side of the bed, not in the fire. Right, we need a little bit of space for some of this to be able to be developed. And excuse me a second while I just organize it now. You can, as you see, it's making the ribs at the moment. If you get the lowest one and drop it in first, that's the next one it will take to. Right. And the moment it starts cooking that, now that one is safe. It's not going to be destroyed. I'll take that out of there because I need the space. So now we get the next one that is liable to disappear. We might make it, we might not. As you can see, it's fairly low. Right. This is how you can juggle it. Everything that is in production, it's always the first square that will be done first. If you have 10 here, those first 10 are going to be done. And that's the same with the benches, which we're going to investigate shortly, because we've taken the mighty leap. That's a pain. And now, put the bacon next. I keep clearing this out because if you don't have an empty space here, then there's nowhere for the cooked meat to go. And consequently, it'll jam up and you won't be able to cook anything. And it'll just go bad, go rotten, and you end up with this stuff here. Right? Which is now is the time to start saving it because it will be useful shortly. Okay, we'll now take this one. Right, and we'll allow both of the bacon to be cooked. There's only 2 of them. And that will make a space for this one to be cooked. So once you've got through all the fiddling around here, it's okay. Now, if you want to, you can put the prime meats, the raw stringy meats, into the drying rack. Right? Some people like to do it that way because it does last a bit longer. I'm just lazy. The fire happens to be in front of me, so that's where it went. The only ones I'm putting in the drying rack is for Beastie here. Right? And that's because I want to use the dried meat to keep him going. It's more nutritious and it makes him grow faster. You see, from 84%, he's now 94, and that's just 2 pieces. So he's going to, how should we say it, pop his cherry very soon. Now, nice early morning. We've still got plenty there. Right, what are we going to do? Well, let's hop on a rock, just because I like hopping on rocks. And we can now look at tier 10. Tech tree. And now you see tier 2 is open. It's blue, turned blue. It's no longer red. Right? And this is where more distraction starts. Yep, same old thing. And look at it all. All those goodies. Right? Hundreds and hundreds of goodies. Right? And you don't think you're going to be distracted with all this stuff? Yes, you are. So what do we do about it? Well, first of all, we have to have a crafting bench. That's obvious. Right? Anybody with an ounce of common sense knows we need that. We are getting tired of continually carrying oxide around. Now, this is why you take the oxide dissolver, right, and you ignore the oxidizer. Right? The oxide dissolver will need oxygen bladders. Okay, those will fill in the the dissolver, and you can carry them with you in your suit, in your inventory, right? You fill it up in the dissolver, and you place it in here in your oxygen pack. Okay, back to the tech tree. You can't. Some like to do it. You can make a water skin. Some don't. Some do. I'll make one this time because it'll make it easier when our horse gets to adult size. He needs to eat and drink. When he's a little fella, he doesn't need to drink. Okay, we're going to need a stone furnace, otherwise you can't make metals. And we're trying to get to our metal tools as early as possible. Right? And you're going to need the anvil bench to make the tools. And yep, all the sparklies are out here. Okay, what do we need? We need iron pickaxe, iron axe, and iron knife. Now you may notice that in tier 1, I completely jumped over all the bone stuff. They are good, don't misunderstand. I just prefer not to worry about them. Okay? The bone sickle is a virtue necessity when you're in a gathering stage. But I like the iron sickle, and the reason I make that is that's the last sickle I make. Regardless of how high I go, even if I get to level 60, I'll still use the iron sickle. Because you are only doing so much gathering. It's a waste of other precious metals, which we will get into later with things like titanium, aluminium, platinum, all the good stuff. Right? It's a waste of metal. This will do the job for you. Right? It's 150% yield. That's more than enough. Right? And you don't use it that often. Okay. What do we need next? Now, in this case, we're going to have a horsey soon. And what are we going to do about the horse? So all the way down the end, so you can be distracted with all the pretties on the way, and they hide it down here. You want the ranching station, and the only thing you need at this stage, right, is the saddle. Right? You can hand feed him and hand water him for now, and he doesn't really need to sleep. Right? He can sleep without an animal bed. right? It's not vitally necessary. Okay, we have 3 points left. What are we going to do with it? Back here is a very important piece of equipment, the mortar and pestle. Why is it important? Because you're going to have to make eventually a lot of epoxy. Right? So you're going to need crushed bone and epoxy. Okay. Now you see why I was trying to save up points. In that first moment of getting to level 10, we have 15 points. Right? And that has covered everything we need right now for future survival. Okay, all the way back. Let's go to Giggle Juice. Right. The anvil bench is going to take 40 ingots. Right? The ingots, then each of these is, I think it's 6 from memory, and nails. So we have 4 items. So that's approximately 24 plus a couple because the iron sickle is greedy. So that's 18, 28. Excuse me. So that's 28 for there and 40 for there. Right? That's 68 ingots. It takes 2 ore to make 1 ingot. Right? So just multiply 68 by 2 and it gets you there. Once we've made these, all this equipment, it then becomes easier to make these. Right? And while you're doing that, you will be gaining the points. It should pop up to 11. And the next one you want to get is way down here again, past all the goodies. Further. As you can see, there's quite a list of it. Okay. Where are we? Yep. He's lost again, stumbling around. 15 is the mark for the masonry bench. That's when you can virtually protect your house. What we were looking for was, where did I put it? You have a search engine down here, and if I was half awake, I'd use that. Now, these two are the next ones, and I'll tell you why shortly. Why we want these two. At the moment, remember, we're walking around with stone tools, and they're cheap bow and arrow you can buy at Target or Woolworths or wherever you happen to buy your expensive stuff. And we want something a bit more than that, because we're going to put ourselves in positions where it gets nasty. Okay, a little bit of a storm blowing. Let's just go out there a moment and check what it is. It's only a bit of rain. That won't hurt us. Once you see bits of wood falling off your cabin, then you can go down and repair it with your wooden hammer. Just go back and talents. Okay, we've got everything completed here. Okay, we've got 2 points. What I like to do is complete your weight capacity. It will make a lot of difference in the long run. And then over encumbrance. So that's like adding a bit of extra weight. And like a full pot, like a full snap up. Oh well, we'll get him next time. Okay. These are all starting to build. Now, speed. We open up speed. Remember these 3, and this one, and this one. These are the ones that are of interest to your survival. Let's go back inside. I don't like standing around in wet clothes. And guess what? Look what we've got. Old Thunderguts here. So now he's grown up. What do we do? So just press F. Right, and there he is. Octavius. Yeah, well, I'm not a Roman centurion, so that is going to change. And we are going to, I know, good old-fashioned English name. How about Dobbin? Okay. And before we die, now, the other thing is, which I almost forgot, like I normally do, hold down F to access it. He has skills. You see, follow the commands. Alright, so we're going to put it stay. He's in a defensive posture. Right. That means that if anybody attacks the house, he's going to help, to try and help defend it. Okay? And the trees are full. Yeah. And you can see the weather. This is a class 3 wind and rainstorm. And even with those trees at that distance, developers are trying to throw them at us. So, if you listen, you can hear bits breaking off and creaking and what have you. Take your hammer. Don't be afraid of it all. Remember a highlight. Now you can see that that's 880 out of 1,000. And just whack the hammer. Repair. 880. I normally wait till the storm's over and do this, because even if it makes holes in the roof, normally it's not too much of a problem. That one. And I bet I can't see it. That's down. There. That's just to make sure your fire keeps going. While I think of it, because, like I said, I have the memory of a goldfish. He's in. And put the fire out. Okay, now let's have a look and just make sure that all this is squared away. We'll do it anyway, just in case. That's okay. Stand in the middle so you don't have to go walking around and use all that energy. Speaking of which, you notice on the lower left corner how much health we have now. And while we're working away, have a look how much stamina we now have. That is the reason why we go to all that trouble for those early points. Right. And you can give him a smack in the ass as well. Alright, if you want to keep him happy, go to your keyboard, X for X-ray, and give him a pat. Make him feel important. Okay? You can do that. That just helps him level up a bit more. Give him a bit more food. Now, water. He will actually, if you leave the door open, he will actually go out there and drink for himself. Right? He'll just stay there, mind his own business, won't go anywhere. And while the tree's down, let's have a look. Why did we spend all those points on the wood line? Okay, first of all, let's get rid of all this junk. And like normal, I could have actually emptied out. What have we because our yeah, let's empty out the inventory first, because I know what's going to happen. Okay. 1, open, add to stack. 2, add to stack. 3, add to stack. You see how easy it is now, instead of pushing this bit and that bit. Right, and we'll also add these, just because I like to. Take a little bit to eat. They're going to spoil anyway, so you might as well eat them all. And yes, I know, the oxide is low. And consume. Consume stack. Put it in there. Now, hopefully that's the last time we will have to do that. Now, back to our grand adventure. We are going to find out. Now remember, this is just a stone axe. And do you remember how long it took us to cut trees and pick them up and get all the way? Okay, here's why you go down the wood line to get that special wood one. Bang, it's done. 1, 2, 3, it's done. 1, 2, 3, and remember, that's the stone axe. When you get up to a steel axe, you can actually hit these once and you'll go through trees like your brother on a Friday night at the local bar. All right? And that is how easy it makes it. Right? No more hassles, no more messing around looking for stuff. Okay, let's just get rid of all this, get the junk out of the trunk again. What have we got? We can make 2 of them. Might as well make use of them while we've got them. We're going to start doing a few things in a moment. Okay, now where do we go to? First off, before we can build any of the fancy glitz and glamour, we are going to need the crafting bench. Okay, now here it is here, the crafting bench. For that we're going to need fibre, wood, stone and leather. Okay, Junior, you could move your fat ass over there somewhere. Fibre, wood, stone and leather. Oh yeah, of course he gets the wrong one. Why wouldn't he? Okay, leather. We're going to need wood, which all those ones we just put in there we can now take down again. Good idea. Let's make it as awkward as possible. And stone. And we have spare stone here. Alright. Now this is a starter. Okay. O. Build. Bang. This will open up everything for you to build, to construct all the stuff you need. Right, this is where things start getting interesting on Icarus. You start being able to make things that should be either illegal, immoral, or fattening. Now, I've got a feeling somebody's going to have to be moved out of here. Well, moved a little way. Follow. Close. Okay. Well, come on, you can come a bit further. Is that enough space? Yeah, we can get in there. Okay, stay there. Don't go anywhere, otherwise you won't get fed. Okay, I'm going to put the bench down here because, for the simple reason, it's close to the cabinets. Makes it easier to grab things. Now, what do we need first? Let's open it up and find out. Stone furnace. The anvil we can't do, as you can see, until we get iron ingots. Right? So it's pointless trying to make it. Alright, so let's craft the furnace. And this, because we are sick and tired of picking up lumps of oxide. Okay, so we need some bone. If I got, indeed, didn't get the right one again. Okay, bones. Goes into here, and it's highlighted so you know you can make it. Okay, that's in order. We take this out. Now, this is no good, a completely useless piece of machinery, unless you have this. Okay, so you need the oxygen bladder. Well, let's make a water skin. I said I was going to, so I might as well. I wouldn't normally worry about using them, but because not everybody has a little bit of precognition to spare. Okay, now we make 2 of these, right? One that you will carry in here, in the oxygen slot, and one that will be in the oxidizer filling up. Okay, now the furnace is pretty much indestructible, so I don't worry too much about putting it close to the open windows. Now, there is one advantage. Right? With these shutters on, you are not going to get any damage to any boxes or benches or anything you have inside here from any storms. If the shutters are not there, even though they're open, they can, especially with double windows, they can damage and destroy your benches. So the shutters are cheap and easy to make in place. So make your shutters, and that allows you to have light coming in, and you can still use it to put your benches down. Okay, first off, what do we need in here? Well, we need fuel. And for this little exercise, yeah, I'll go and do it the easy way for now. We'll take full wood, put 100 wood in it, don't mess about with it. Later on, when you go gathering, you'll gather coal. Coal is more efficient. Right? 100 in there. Now, we've got to put our metals in. So we're going to just make a little bit of space here. Now, deploy the oxide. This I like to have over here, so it's the first thing I stumble over when I get out of bed in the morning. And as everybody, well, any good pilot knows, after a pretty heavy night of celebrating the fact your wheels came down and you landed, the first thing in the morning you do is look for some pure oxygen to make yourself feel better. Okay, what do we need? These 2 slots take the raw oxide. And down here, your fuel is sulfur. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Early in the morning surprise. And it's lightning. Of course it's lightning. You didn't think they were going to be nice to you, do you? Now, this is why you keep a fire whacker handy. Oops. Let's go down here. I think this is the original one. You need 50 oxide. Now, we want all of those, and we want those. And open this. Place the sulfur in, and away it goes. As you can see, it's cooking already. Okay, over here, we place, remember, whatever goes into the 1 slot is what gets made first. Right, so there, and there. That will automatically switch off and on by itself. If you just leave it alone, you don't need to activate it. Okay, next thing. Because old Horsey Britches feels as though he wants to have a drink of water, better repair that, we might need it. Then let's take this down, just fill it up. Right, number 7, run down. While it is in your hand, right, you can see on there, press F to fill container. And down on your toolbar, you can see it's lit up and it's got a blue circle, indicating that it's full of water. Okay, keep it in your hand, go to Horsey here, right click, there we are, we've got plenty of water, and that. And as you can see, the house is falling down around us. Okay, that's why I suddenly remembered, and here we go. Got to try and save your benches. The roof is the worst one because it gives it no protection. It's almost over, so if you get through this without dying, then you're okay. Down, up. See, you can do everything for the window. You don't have to go running in and outdoors. And yes, it's a pain doing this during storms, but if you don't do it, you're going to be living in that stone again. Okay, storm over. At least it was a quick one. They normally try and wipe you out completely. So we're okay. That's okay. A little bit more there. Repair the hammer. And guess what? The storms are made not only to destroy stuff that you worked your rear end off trying to build, but yep, it's another distraction. Gets you worried about something else, so you can't accomplish the tasks that you set. We're still at the moment working on what we planned at the beginning, how we're going to do it and what we need. So we're still in emergency stages. Okay, now we go over here, right, and you see that both of our bladders now showing a white circle. Okay, we'll take this out of here, shove it in there, that just tops it up, and that means there will always be plenty there. Okay, this goes into there. Simple as that. You no longer have to worry about your oxygen. These, under normal circumstances, this will last about a full day in game. Right? It's an in-game day, so there's a fair bit to advantage to having it. Right. What's next on the agenda? Well, we have the oxidizer. We've got these. Now we could do is we are going to need some rope. So that's why you save that. Our next thing is this, and this. Now, anybody notice? This is going to need nails. Right? All the other stuff is not a problem. Right? So this is the next one. Silica ore and stone. Okay? Like I said, you're going to go through a lot of stone. Okay, we have, from memory, we don't have any silica. Okay, what I'm going to do here, put that in there. And you'll always run out of rope. Don't worry about it. Max, that's not going to be nearly enough, but it's a good start. Now, let's get our bow and arrow that we're totally useless with. And we need to find some silica. Oh, okay. You've got 3 seconds to bet whether I hit him or not. I said hit him, not kill him. Ah, darn it. Yeah, you've got to be careful when he's in the water because I just sort of accidentally drank the water. Because I was too lazy to get my feet wet. Okay, we're going to need silica. And there's normally some around up here. The best place to start looking for silica is places like this. And you stay away from here, horsey. We are not interested in you at the moment. So don't even think of it. Now, if you're worried about getting to level 11 in a hurry to get those extra points I need, don't worry about it. It's quite simple. Show you in a sec. Yep, he's gone his own way. I've probably got enough silica for what I want. Get out of the way. Huh. Sometimes you get lucky. I don't quite know what that means, but like I said, they sometimes get stuck on trees. Okay, back inside. Remember, you don't really have to, now that he's grown up and you've been able to set him on stay command, you don't really have to worry about closing the door each time. The animals, for some unknown reason, normally don't climb stairs. They will climb a ramp, but they won't climb stairs. Okay, let's have a look. We need this. So what else do we need? Silica, stone. Of course we need stone. All right, let's go and get some stone. And yes, I know I could just poke my head outside and whack a little bit off this. But I find it more convenient to actually grab a whole 100 stone. For the simple reason, sooner or later, you're going to need it. So you might as well have it here, save you one less trip. Okay, we've got our mortar and pestle. It's a little thing. Where do we put it? Deploy right here. Just put it over here on the edge of the bench. Okay, open it up. What can we do? We can make organic resin, which we are going to need. Pre-sap. This one is just for sticks. People sometimes, some like to use it, or you can use wood, right? And you get 2 sap instead of 1. And crushed bone. So, let's go. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. You go walk around there. You want to come inside the house, come and meet old Dobbin. Okay. If you hold control, left control, and shift, right, you click on the item you want, it will move all of them, or as many as you can get in this case. Down here, let's go and put this stuff in. That it's we're just so we're full. We can't use it. Okay. Yep, the extra stone we can put up there. Over here. Add the stacks. And add the stacks. I'm just trying to get some space here, that's all. Okay, fire. It does pay to clean out your inventory and get rid of as much stuff as you can. 1, it's a weight factor. 2, it can be annoying carrying around so much junk. Okay, let's go back and get some more of those. Left control, left shift. See? Easy. Now you've got all of them. Okay. To the mortar and pestle, left control, left shift, all of them. Now, let's make crushed bone. You've got 100 there. Okay? Now, you're going to make more than that. So, just craft, and it says Q. Craft, 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 craft. Okay? That queues them up. That's 500. Okay, to make epoxy, you need 25 crushed. Make epoxy, you need 4 crushed bone for each epoxy, right? And you are going to use a lot of it. Remember, start looking ahead now. You survived the initial couple of days where it was the worst. We've got a little bit to go yet. Okay, you notice the furnace all of a sudden has gone off. It's not out of fuel. It means it's completed everything for the tasks you set. It automatically will switch on and off. Right? So we want all of the iron and all of that. Okay. Light on. Over to the bench. And this is where we start getting the goodies. This is what we want. The anvil. And of course I put the stone away. Whatever gave you the idea I wouldn't. That's a slow way of doing it. Okay. Anvil is now lit up as blue. Let's make that. Craft. It's not very big. It's almost impervious to any damage from storms and what have you. But it still needs to be inside or sheltered. Right? Over here. Yeah, don't worry, the horse is not going to actually live with us. It's just convenient to have him sitting there. Okay, we'll just place it in here, sort of kind of out of the way in the way. Okay, those in. That's in. Now, that's strange. I'm sure. Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, that's right. Granddad's goldfish kicked in. Okay. We need iron pick. Right. We need, of course you need more wood. We need more wood. We always need more wood. We always need more stone. So just because you advance to a certain degree, don't make the mistake of thinking that you've got it all, okay? Make that. Okay, now we haven't got much left, but we also haven't got much left to do. For the axe, we only need 6 ingots. So we get nails, only make 2 of them. You're making 20 at a time, and that will give you enough. And sorry, did we get the knife? Oh, dummy. Let's do the knife first because, well, yeah, you do the knife first because you do the knife first. And now we're out of that. So we've replaced our knife, destroy it. Just get rid of it, it's not worth it. And the pickaxe down, knife down, and sickle. Now remember, this is the last sickle I make. Right? Not necessarily the right one, but it's just the way I like to do it. Okay. Now we are out of iron. Right? We're 2 iron short of getting the axe. Not a problem. Don't worry about it. Okay, it's easy to get. You know where the cave is. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get Dobbin, after we've fed him, to do some work for us. This is why I like having him early. Right? Remember, I'm a lazy sod. Okay, now we've got to build this. So we need 15 iron nails. That's all we need to finish it. And over here, we have just enough nails, with a couple to spare. Now, why is this important? You will see shortly. Bench and craft. Now, as you can see, none of this is complicated. It's a matter of making the plan you want and sticking to your plan. Everything will lead into something else if you do it right. Okay? Right. Bench. We have an animal bench. What are we going to do with it? Well, there's a number of things we can do with it. Some people put them inside. They actually do state that it's better if you put them outside. Okay? But outside where? Well, frankly, you can put them anywhere. Right? The weather will not destroy them. It doesn't do any harm to them. Okay? But me, well, we've got to make Dobbin a bit of a house. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to extend these features here. Okay? So we go to 8, pick up our trusty little shovel, and dig our trusty dirt. And you can see we can dig quite a bit more because of our extra work on getting stamina. Right? And we'll just keep doing this boring bit of gathering and digging and ducking and diving. Okay, let's see how we go with that. Max, 5 of them, come on. We might need them, we might not. I'll see how I work it out. Now, to make Dobbin happy, right, doesn't take much. He doesn't have to be inside. He doesn't have to be all safely tucked away. You can, yeah, I'll waste a bit on that just in case I need it. Now, this will become a little bit of a mismatch because it no longer snaps into the original. So you have to try and get it as close as you can. I don't know why they changed it. Right, page down. Page down a bit more. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not an expert. Okay, doesn't look like much. And later on, if you need to, you can fill these two in. But 4 squares is enough to place one of the beds. Right? They're fairly large, they take up about that space. And you can just put the 2 troughs on the edge. Now, how do we stop Dobbin from being a pain in the butt and getting in our way or falling into the lake? Simple. You make some half frames. These ones here, okay? Doesn't take much, you don't need much, and I bet I can't reach the boxes from here. Okay, so let's get some of that. Eventually we will learn where everything is. So just in case we've messed it up, I'll get some extra wood. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to leave this end open, right? So he can go out because we don't have a trough at the moment. He can wander out here, go and drink his fill, and if he's on stay, right, or wander, you can put it on wander. He will go here, drink, and come back, right? That's if he gets really, really thirsty, okay? So, Oscar, and we want, what I say, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. Oh, senility is such a problem. 5. Now, a half wall is quite sufficient to keep him in, right? And it slows down if any animals coming around, any wild ones, they will attack tame animals, right? In fact, they prefer to attack them. So they will attack tame animals. But the fences slow them down, and it gives Dobbin a chance to sort them out a bit. Okay, hold down R and go to here. Right. That'll stand the wall up. The arrow is facing outside, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, he did it. I told you. I looked at it and still didn't see it. And 6. Okay. Little zigzag, but hey, makes it work. Now, if you need to at some stage, you can always just take this out, put another foundation down, extend it a bit further out. what we're going to do is come over here and we shall get, have we got enough for one more? No, not quite. Okay. Let's dig just a little bit more. Okay. Oh, one. And yes, I brilliantly planned all this on the spur of the moment. Okay. The reason I'm doing this is just to level it. Get as close as we can to being right. Page up. Okay. And on here goes the bench. Yep, a lot of mucking around just to put a bench down, isn't it? Okay. You don't need the base there. You could just put it on the ground. But the ground's uneven, so I thought it'd be a smart ass. And you can lower it or lift it, whatever you want to do, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Waterboard. We could have taken a sip out of our flask. Right, now in here is our saddle. So we've got leather, we need rope, and we need fur. Right. Now you could lead Dobbin outside the hard way, but this is more fun. Fur, leather. Right. And it opens up lots of nice new opportunities. Wet feet in the middle of the night. Fur, leather. Oh, rope. Dum-dum. Well, we got 2/3 of it right. And that's a better strike rate than most politicians I know. Okay. Once we've got our friendly little Dobbin all set up. Okay, saddle. Quick craft. Okay. Back inside. Oh. This is why you can feel extraordinarily fit. Okay. Hold down F. Open up his inventory. So he's got 3 skill points already. Take the saddle. Place it here. Okay. Now, you see, he's got 5 extra inventory slots. As his skills get higher, you can increase the number of these, and you can increase the amount of weight he can carry. Right? You see here, he can go up to 200 kilos. That's never really stopped me from overloading him, which of course he objects to, like any good horse would. Okay, skills. I normally always go for stamina with this. Stamina, health, weight capacity you can. Depends which way you want to go. Stamina, speed, right? So you've got to spend a point here, right, or here. I'd normally go here. Oh, sorry, you spend a point here or here. You can go to health, but then you've got to spend another point for water consumption. So it's easy to go here, right, and then here for speed. So we're going to put 3 points into stamina, right, and that'll increase his stamina bar. Then the next time he will go and his skill points he gets fairly quickly, you'll see shortly. We'll go 1 here, we'll finish that, 1 here, and fill that up. right, 10% movement speed. Then I normally go over here, health and weight capacity. But we'll get to that shortly. Okay, too much junk in the trunk. What have we got here? Empty it out. Bones. Okay, junk in the trunk. Add to stacks. What have we got left? We don't need that anymore, just destroy it. Now, this base at this stage is pretty much all we're going to need for now. So I'm going to get rid of the shovel because later on I will make a better shovel which will serve us for other needs. Okay, add to stack. Rope. In this early stage, I usually like to destroy. The early stage, I usually like to keep things fairly tidy and in their place. Okay. We've got 100. Actually, for now, I might just put that wood in here. No, wait a minute. That's what I was going to do. Right. We have all this crushed bone. Right? And we have 100 wood. So, there. Because you will need tree sap fairly soon, actually, sooner than you think. Maximum. Right. And queue up maximum. Right. And then we queue this up. Your epoxy maximum. And its queue still showing, so we'll have another maximum. That'll keep things going. Okay. Right. Guess what? Let's go to bedtime. Everything's easy. This is leading somewhere, and I hope we can get to it today. Okay. Mr. Importance himself is hungry and thirsty. Okay. He's fully set. He will now, his skill points will increase a lot easier. Okay. Let's just go out here. Light off. And fill container. There we are. Do we need... we might as well top up. Just for the hell of it. Okay. Oxygen. How are we off for oxygen? Pretty good. It's not bad. But it's a lot easier if we just go to here. Open up. Take it out of here. And there immediately starts filling because you have everything you need. Take the full one. And that's all you need. You don't need 100 bladders, like I have seen some make the mistake of doing. Okay. What do we need? We need iron, remember, to finish off our tools and to make the communication arrays. Right? So we're going to try and take Goblin. Yeah, I know, it looks strange, eh? If you guess at it, you can work it out. Okay. Now, our cave was over here. Remember the easy one we found? have actually just run in a straight line, would have done the same thing, the same job, and then I wouldn't have been out of position. Okay, now the old wormy boy will probably be back. Now remember, Dobbin is on stay. Okay, so we go in here, switch your light on, hop off the horse, and he will stay there. Grab your knife, nice new one, there it is. How did I know he was going to be here? See the rocks formation? If you don't know where the worms are and you're fast enough, you can look for these, a little circle of rocks. Then you know that's where his house is. Okay, he will be away for a little while now. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. So what we can do is hold down and go to follow. Right, this is the easy way of getting him to do things when he doesn't want to do things. Right. Why have I got him on follow? Well, one, there's water here. And of course he doesn't like climbing over rocks. So let's do it the easy way for him. Give him a clear path. Okay. Come up to here, stop. See, he's happy to follow you. Open him up and put stay. Okay. That'll keep him there for a moment. Get some goodies, get some goodies, get some goodies. Now normally you can only have 3 slots for meat, see? 1, 2, 3. That's all you're going to get. But because these are going to spoil anyway, why ruin them? Okay, let's start the goodie part. We've now got an iron pickaxe. And we'll try and clear this whole cave out. We'll probably get cave sickness on the way. Some people get concerned about it. I don't. You just make things a little bit slower. It takes a couple of seconds longer. But personally, I don't worry about little things like that. We're going to gather everything we can out of this cave. And because we now have Dobbin, it means we should be, even though we're going to be overweight, we should be able to gather everything except for platinum. Yeah, okay, be a pain in the butt. There's our level up. That gives us the extra points we're going to need later to make our communication system. A little snap there. Now, the reason now I decided to take the coal now is one, it's fairly heavy, but secondly, we will now use that for smelting because it lasts a lot longer by providing more heat, so it's slightly faster in smelting, but it's also more energy efficient. Right? All the wood all of the charcoal we need is going to be supplied by our cooking fire. And yeah, all the boring bit. This is the boring bits where you watch me hacking at nonsensical rocks for 5 minutes. And if you have a look, my weight capacity is 150 kilos. I'm carrying 180 or 183. So yeah, I'm a bit slow. And this is where he comes in handy. Okay. Open him up. Now, the coal is heavier. We take that out. We could have taken, yeah, I'll take the stone out now because that's reasonably heavy. And we take 50 iron, 50 iron, 50 there. And all of a sudden, our weight is way down. Okay? We're down to 47 kilos. That should be enough to clear the rest of the cave. We are going to be overweight, don't worry about it. I can guarantee it. But we have this sitting up there. So let's bring this in there. Here. Jump on there. Get our pick. If you remember, I said I like to keep usually half a dozen of these around. This is why. It just makes things easier. Now you notice my stamina ran out in a hurry. That's cave sickness. You can make medication later on to fix it. Personally, for now, with such a small cave, I just put up with it just to get the job done. More of the goodies. The cave sickness won't kill you, so just ignore it. Okay. You can see now that the metal tools obviously are far more effective than the stone ones. They last longer, they gather more. The only problem with them is, of course, you have to use the anvil to repair them. Right. Just check there, check there. He's not of any interest. And we've got a few more here. Oh, yep, it should hold out. Okay, no need to go walking back for him. Put him on follow. Now you can see he's already got 3 skill points because he gets part of the skill points that we gather. As we are gathering, he gets part of the points. I'm not sure because my memory's not the best, but I think it's around about 20% or 25%, something like that. So when you get points, as long as he's nearby, he gets them as well. And that speeds up his skill set. And if you have him set up with the right skill set, I've seen these a tame Tyrannus take a bear out very, very quickly. So that's why I prefer to go for the Tyrannus first. Not only because he's fast enough, but because he is also a good defender. Right, let's see if we can get our last bit. We're only 20 kilos overweight. Now, while being overweight on the ground is a little bit awkward, when you're on the mount, when you're riding a horse, it doesn't matter. Right? So here we are. We are 86 kilos, 36 kilos overweight. Okay, hop on in. Let's head to there. Now, to our little friend here, it makes no difference. He doesn't care. Right? If he doesn't keep running into trees, he doesn't care. The weight, my weight, doesn't affect him. His weight will to a certain degree, but not a lot. There we are. And now, because he's been such a good boy, we're going to let him have his own little pasture here. Okay, remember to change this, follow the stay. Okay, we'll do his skill points now. 1, 1, 1. The next 2 will go into speed, and then we'll start on maximum health. Right. Let's do it the difficult way. Okay, take all. Right. His food's a little bit down, so we might as well feed him while we're here. And water him. He's been a good boy today. And let's give him a big thank you. See, that'll make him feel better. Right, now we can ignore him for the next month, and he won't get upset. Right, into here. Remember what I said? What goes in here first is what's going to be produced first. Left control, left shift, or the iron first. Alright? Well, would have been if that one wasn't there. Would. Now, we're... what are you doing? Are you serious? Whoop. Missed that chance, didn't I? Oh. Right, back to confusion. Okay, take our coal, place it in there. Right. We don't need that there, we don't need that there. Now, copper. And we'll put that one down there. Put that one down there. Just to keep it orderly. And we shall put this in here, because when this gets down, it will actually feed off this. You don't have to manually place it in there. Right, we are back to square one. Now, what did we need? Apart from a bit of water. You hear him? This one decided to come and have a go at him. So, yep, I could go out and help him. He'll handle it. He'll make short work of him. The unfortunate part is he'll probably do a bit of damage. Don't even think about it. See? He's quite capable of taking care of anything that's going to come around. And as he gets more and more skills, which, as he's killing these, he will get skills really quickly, he gets stronger and stronger. So, yeah, eventually these will be stone, of course. That's right, that's right. No, it didn't do much damage. A little bit. So, good boy. Give him a little bit of love for being a big hero. I'll just check. See, already got another skill point. Just from that fight. And he will get stronger and better. Well, what do you want? No, I don't want another animal at the moment. Yeah, brutal, eh? But it's better I eat him than he grows up and eats me later. Okay. That's all done. Let's go. Oh, okay. Oh. Must be feast day today. Ooh, that's a lot. And you notice I've continued using the knife now because it is steel. Iron, I'm sorry. It's an iron knife, so I'm not particularly worried about it. Okay. Stringy meat and the white meat. They are quite good, so we'll dry those and they will dry properly. Oh shit, I could have done it the easy way, eh? Right, these in, activate, heat. Now, charcoal in there. Leather and bones in there. Actually, we can put that in there as well. We don't really need it now. And they can go in there as well. Okay, we've cleared out that. Now, we need to repair stuff. We must, for these tools and weapons, they must be repaired here on the anvil, like I mentioned before. Same principle, left click, and you're done. Okay. Now, we needed some of these. Wait till one more comes out. And now, we go to here. Oh, sorry, that's what we want to do. We needed to do it. And what we say, we're going to need this, and we're going to need this. That's really all you need at the moment. Okay, there's other things you can buy along the way, but that's basically all you need at the moment. There's lots of things you could do. Personally, I would wait until you get the things, which is... Oh, that's right. The flour. And the other one wanted was the textiles bench. Okay. Now, the flour I did for a reason. Because there it is. Flour. Max. You can make flatbread. Right? And flatbread lasts a long time. It doesn't deteriorate like meat does. Okay, next thing we've got to do is, where were we? It's alright, I'm just in my usual state of oblivion. Okay, we need this contact device. You'll find out shortly why. Okay. And we make a textiles bench. 6 and 5. You can see now why I put the bench here next to these. I don't have to run around looking for stuff. Textile bench. And rope. Why do we need rope? Because we need this as well. Which will become abundantly clear of how we use what's available and sort of play the system if you know. Now, we have to get our axe replaced. Oh, how about actually crafting one? We have to get our axe replaced. And copper. And of course, we should have plenty of copper over there because we had it before. That's why I took that one node of copper when we first went into the cave and got the iron. Copper. And we make the orbital exchange. Yeah, I'll remember to actually make it this time. Okay. Now, what else is there? Well, let's replace our wooden axe while we're at it, because that does make things easier to cut. And for that we need leather and wood, of course. Wood and leather. We do get there eventually. Okay, we've now replaced all of our main tools, right? The axe, the pickaxe, the knife, and the sickle. These are the main tools that you will do most of your work with. Right? There's a lot of other things you can get with it, variations of all sorts of additives. The bow is a plain old wooden bow. On the anvil, if you select it in the tech tree, you can make a longbow. Right? And the longbow's good fun. Right? All sorts of things you can do. But they can be a little bit of a pain. Right? You've already seen how atrociously bad I am with a bow. So first of all, let's put down this, and it takes up a ridiculous amount of space for a Singer sewing machine. Now, why do I need this now? Right, because when I eventually remember to open it, right, tech tree, we're going to go for this, the leather pack. You can also have all the others, you know, pouches, all sorts of things, right? We need the leather pack because it gives us an extra 6 inventory slots. Plus adds the weight capacity. Plus it reduces the weight of the ore you're carrying. Okay? So multiple advantages. Okay. What are we going to do now? Well, first we can see if that's all done. Turn the fire off. Grab that and that. And I think I might, yeah. Let's do it this way. 89 arrows should be enough. Add to stacks. I'm just getting rid of unnecessary junk because there's a very good reason for it. Okay, we no longer really need the stone. We don't have any stone tools. So we can now get rid of that. Okay. Let's put up our contact devices. Why do we need the contact devices? Well, one of them gives us missions. Okay, this one here, your contact device. This will give you all your missions and things like all the good stuff. And Sol's going to say what a great guy we are.
Great work. Now that you have access to short-range radio, you'll be able to take on simple missions. If you want to take on more complex assignments, you'll have to craft an infrasonic relay device. Oh, almost forgot.
All sorts of good gear from the workshop, but also where you can order up a dropship to come and pick up your exotics,
abandoning all your planet-side
and send them back up.
If you prefer.
So we'll do that, not because I have to, but just to show you what we're doing.
Should be available if you want to build one. Good luck, Prospector.
I even made you think it wasn't. Right, let's grab a bit of extra water just while we do it. Now, go over here, F, request, okay? We push this button and have a look up. There it is. Oh, it's coming on this side of the chain. I like to keep an eye on it because you never know where the damn thing's going to land. Just because you ordered it here doesn't mean to say it's going to land here. Ah, what the? That's not nice. It didn't even last long enough. They normally will sit here. I don't know what's happened there. It must be a glitch. Because they normally don't... take off straight away. Have we got a glitch already? There it comes again. Are you going to allow me to actually do what I want to do? Okay, we go here. Hit F. Transfer these. And deliver to station. That must have been a glitch, or he was trying to find out if I'd run away or not. As you can see, I'm basically ignoring the storm. It's not really going to hurt you, it's only wind and rain. Okay, what's next? Now, we have this. Campaigns, which is the new DLC. Simple quests, right? Which are easy or hard. Hunt some creatures in the current area. Yeah, if you like running around after rabbits, good luck with that. It's easy, it's simple, and it takes about 3 days. Build a watchtower, put a beacon on top. That watchtower's got to be 14 stories high, and it's a pain in the ass. So we're not going to do those for the moment. What we're going to do is have a look at operations. Now, why operations? These can take quite considerable time, but you get some really nice goodies in these, and you get to keep them. You don't have to wait the blocks. Spelunking, you get 150 Ren, see down there, 150. Now, that is the currency. Ren and exotics. That's the currency. And that allows you to go to the satellite workshop and order all sorts of goodies. Right? But we're not after that. We're running around with a wooden bow and arrow. Right? So what are we going to do about it? Well, I can't throw knives and I'm hopeless with a bow. So what do we want? I want a bang bang. But you can't really get any decent guns until level 3. And that's a long way away. Right? You got to, tier 3. You've got to get to level 20 or level 25 before you can even consider getting any guns. Well, that's true. Almost. This is where playing a couple of extra hours a night more than I should have comes in handy. We are going to do hot shot.
I don't know if you're ready for this one.
Don't believe the bullshit. He's stringing you along. Have a look here. Forest shooting range. Right? Difficulty virtually nil. It'll open up a couple of movements for you that are totally useless for anything except self-improvement. There's no time limit. Right? So you can take a couple of days to do it if you want to. Right. So we're going to begin the operation. It doesn't matter if we do it right now or we do it later. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I could push it and go over there and do it, but I think I'd rather play with the wolves. Right. See? Did you notice? Dobby came out here to help us defend and fight for his own. That's why I like having a Tyrannus first and get him as early as I possibly can, right from the word go. Okay? He will defend the home. And a lot of others won't. But there. Let's put the bacon on because we've got to have bacon for breakfast. That one. Now so bad. Okay, out of the rain. My socks are wet. So anything out of there. Oh, of course, it'll be the last one I pick. Right, what have we got here now? Okay, we've got the flour. We've got plenty of this. We've got plenty of epoxy. Right. We don't really need anything else here at the moment. So as soon as it turns 1800, we can go and have a sleep. Steel, let's take that out. Slowly getting there. Put that in here for the moment because it's got a lot of storage, and this is where I normally keep everything to do with metal, except when I forget. Right. But if you know where it is, and you can remember where it is, okay, then it makes things easier. I don't know if most of you have noticed, but up here, sort. So, you see, you can adjust everything, keep it nice and tidy, which is not how my accommodation is at the moment. The horsey's happy. His food's down a bit. Now you see, by having him close to the window, it means that I don't have to go running outside to look after him. Okay, he's happy. Now, I think we'll just top this up a bit. Okay, we've got that. And let's better top up our water. So everything's all topped up. We've got half an hour to when we can sleep, and we'll have a whole day. So normally I'd try and learn how to leap ahead. Unfortunately, I don't know how to. So is there anything else we can do to keep ourselves occupied? The textile bench has been made. Everything's all in order. We've just got to get to the next level. There's nothing else here we need to make. So we've caught up on everything. Let's refill our oxygen, even though it's not necessary. Just easier to do it now while you're thinking about it. And the horse watches the sun go down. Okay. Fire's going. So we shortly jump into bed. Wake up in the morning. And we shall play a little bit of run and grab. Okay. Morning. Wake up. Is the meat finished cooking? Yeah, that's finished. There. Breakfast meat. Okay, and away we go. Off on old Dobbin. Now, where are we going to go? How do we find it? We've already requested the game. So we just go to map, M for Mike, and here it is here. Beacon there. So fortunately it's fairly close. Right? So we can, if we want to, double click, double left click, and there it is up on our compass at the top of the screen, the red marker, and we can just run straight towards it. Saves a lot of time messing about trying to work out where we're going. Okay. And up here, and from memory, it's just over here somewhere. Up on top, I think it is from memory. Stamina's down a bit because I ran him all the way. But stamina will get better. And cut through here. You see the flash of red? Okay. That is the target area. Okay. Now, this is where you become, well, probably a little bit naughty. Right? This is the main course. You're on a time limit, and you have to get 180 points by knocking these targets down. Right? Some of them will stay upright. Some of them will move forwards and backwards, left or right, or flip down and then flip up. Right? You've got to go through the course here, all the way around here, and end up back here. Right? So, by now, you've got your wooden bow and arrow, and you're saying, well, good luck with trying to get all those with a bloody Class X bow. Well, let's have a look over here. Oh, survival essentials. Wonder what's in there. Oh, goodies. Right. Let's take those. Just because, you know, if it's lying around, it belongs to you. Oh, weapons. What have we got? More bows? Uh-huh. We've got a wood bow, longbow, recurve bow, and a compound bow. Not only that, we've done away with stone arrows, and we've got bone, flint, and carbon. All great ones. But what else have we got? Yep, we got bang bangs. Right? And we've got 100 ammunition for the bang bangs. So let's sort of take it, be considerate, and just take everything. Okay. How do we run the course? There's your high score there. How do we run the course? The course, the main part is not so much the points, although they are, you do need 180, right, to be able to pass. But the main point is the time limit, right? And the time limit is not generous, right? It's enough if you hurry, you don't stop, you don't pause, and you don't worry about wild animals coming to kick your booty. Now, 180, 185, 190, yep, that's doing that course is quite reasonable. A lot of people, however, ended up doing 160, 170, misses, can't move fast enough, the bow doesn't fire fast enough. So how do we get around it? Well, we do a little bit of jammy. See, I wanted the bang bangs early. Right? Remember, we're only level 11. Right? Now, I wanted them early. I'm impatient. I didn't want to wait till level 25 or 30. So what we do is start, and you see we've got 83 seconds. Then we come up here, nice and close. Aim at the red spot. 1, 2. Yep, I know, cheesy. But hey, a gun is a gun and it works. Right? And you just keep firing till the time runs out. Right? Which is why you have lots of wooden arrows and stone arrows and a cheap wooden bow. We've probably already passed the 180 mark. But hey, if you can hit 60 bullseyes without much trouble with a bow and arrow, when you're me, you'll do whatever you can. Right, time's almost up. Cheesy? Hell yeah. But remember, you are surviving. And you have to do whatever it takes to survive. If you pussy out at the last minute, that's when you're dead.
Alright.
We didn't have to worry about that. Mission complete.
You did it. And
We've even got 5 Ren.
Which is more than a lot of folk can say.
Now, what are we going to do here? Well, first, I'm going to take this and destroy it because I don't need it anymore. Why don't I need it anymore? Well, we've got a wooden bow there. Whoops, let's go to inventory. Wooden bow there, we'll take that. We are going to put this here. We're going to move this along 1. Number 1, this is what I normally do. Just move them along by 1 slot because I like to have my weapons front and center. Okay? We've got enough bullets and everything, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, what have we accomplished? Or we completed the mission, and guess what? Highest score, 500. Right? Bit better than 180, isn't it? And as cheesy as hell. But we now have, first, we've completed our first mission. We now have lots of real goodies if we ever need them. And we are protected with a couple of bang bangs. So, that's it. Let's go home. Fast and easy, and a little cheesy. So now, if Mama Bear and Papa Bear decide to come around and start investigating an easy snack, well, things could get a bit difficult for them. Now, both of those weapons are only single-shot weapons. Right? Remember that. They're only single shot, but they are faster to reload nowadays than what they used to be. Okay. Yeah, I took the long way home in celebration. Reasonably quick loading. Now, where is he? I know you're there. Not my best work, but 2 out of 2. Yeah, I'll take that. Right. Oh, yeah. If you hold F, you'll pick up your animals if they're small enough. Not all of them will do it. If you want to drop it, just right-click and hold it down. Right. Pick up your knife and skin it. Oh, it must be full. Too much junk in the trunk again. No, of course I wouldn't. Okay. Let's just put this stuff in there. Yeah, from memory, I don't think you can destroy those items. Right? Okay, and we keep the ammunition. Now, yes, we do run out of ammunition, but you can make it, and having the mortar and pestle allows you to make gunpowder. Oh, look at that hole up there. Didn't see that one. Must be one I missed. Right. Okay, he's all set. We're all set. Now, we can do other missions and things as we go, but I've got something else we need to do. Tech tree. Okay. Now, we want the larger backpack. That's the first thing. Next, you see up here, we need to get to level 15 to get gunpowder. Right. Most of this other stuff we don't need. We no longer need a longbow because we've got plenty of bows if we need them. Right? You can go into crops if you want to, but there's plenty of stuff around to feed your animal. Skinning bench will give you more of all sorts of goodies. Personally, I like to go, oh, that's right, that's what we're meant to do. Just make it easier on things. Let's go back to here. Okay. We can get the food trough and the water trough. That'll just make it easier on us and looking after old horse knots. Okay. Let's go. Oh. Yeah, we've got to go out there. Sorry, brain's working a bit slow today. Here. And here we have them here. We need iron nails, sticks, and wood. Okay, wood's not a problem. We'll just grab this one and this one. We'll put 2 in here because it's easier. Right. What did I say? Oh, iron nails and sticks. That's right. That's just to make it easier on us in general. Iron nails. Sticks you could have grabbed outside. Doesn't really matter, but we've got them here. So we'll put them here. In fact, what we might do, because it's easy to get, we'll now put sticks in here. Take this one back. And we shall turn it into tree sap. Because you can never have too much tree sap. Oh, did I have some already? I thought I did. Oh, yes, we did. Okay, take 100 of this. We take some leather. Go to the drying rack. Put in the leather and the tree sap. That will make cured leather. That comes in very handy for making your leather, special leather armor later on. Plus a few other things it's used for. Okay. Let's get back to what we were doing. We have the sticks. We have the wood in there. And you forgot the nails. Yep. There we go, guys. The goldfish strikes again. Okay, finally. Now, if we had of course I didn't get enough nails. I don't remember it being that many nails to do those, but I could be mistaken quite easily. Anyway, this will sort out the horse's main problem, so we don't have to keep watching him. water and food, and we'll go the long way around because I want to make sure I pick up enough food for him. Now, you can use vegetables, remember? He will eat vegetables, he'll eat anything you want to put in front of him. Okay? So, we'll take all of them. And here. And let's see, yeah, we'll put the food trough here. Just to make it easy, that's all. And 1, 2, 3, 4. See, he's real interested in food. Okay, we'll divide it up a bit and we'll put the water trough here. I like to keep a bit of space in them. Number 8, go over here and just press X to fill it up. As long as you've got the water container in your hand. It might be a can, it could be a bucket, whatever. And we will make a bucket because it's easier to handle. When we get round to... now, with his water, you can just fill it from here. I don't use good filtered water just for him. He's been living in the wild blue yonder all his life anyway. So he's used to drinking dirty water. What's that, 2 litres? Yeah, I think it takes 8 or 10 litres, I can't remember. But that'll keep him going. Okay, horses fed and watered. We don't have to worry about looking after him much anymore. He'll look after himself. Sorry, getting mixed up again. And oh, excuse me, sorry. There's your cured leather already. Okay, not much else to do now. So I think as we have got to level 12, we shall call this a day for now and come back for much more exciting stuff at a later date. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope some of it has given you an alternative way of looking how to stay alive and stay safe, and also have a very good chance of going through without any problems at all. As you notice, I still haven't built any armor. I haven't wasted points on armor. All the points we've spent are on what we've needed, not what we wanted. We have all the basics that we need now to virtually survive, with the exception of making gunpowder. Right? And we have to wait till level 15 for that. And at level 15, we also can start making stone. Okay. Well, thank you all once again. And I hope this has all helped. See you on the next episode.